Whether I'm pitching a changeup or a drop ball, where I put the pressure on the ball gives that pitch the spin to throw off the batter at the plate for a strikeout. The first spin that helped me get to my strikeout was my parents. The rustling of a Mach 1 Ram Air fastback Mustang turned my mom's head to find that the boy she had been nervous to talk to for so long was going to be her best friend for the next decade and beyond. They grew up together from the ages 14 and 16 until my dad popped the question 10 years later and they got married.
Me and Mrs. Jones.
Their wedding was a walk-off home run. Only 200 guests were invited, but around 500 guests showed up, from family and friends from the small city of Chandler to family and friends from all around the states. Nowadays, their whole relationship is what you could consider #relationship goals.
You and I against the world. That's what you told me that night in the terminal.
Shortly after my parents got hitched, they were thrown off by a drop ball. They got news that my mom's nieces were being heavily abused by my aunt and didn't know what to do. The girls ended up in foster care and going from home to home. Their childhood was being ripped away at the seams in such a way that it had the potential of damaging their futures. No little girl should have to ever go through what they had to go through. My parents knew that they were their only chance of having a better life.
We ride the highs and lows. You'll never be alone.
So after lots of prayers and court hearings, what was a house of two became a home of four.
I will be right here.
Now comes my curveball. In January of 1999, my mom found out that she was expecting, unexpectedly. And even though I wasn't a planned pregnancy, September 14th, 1999 is a call I wouldn't call timeout on. Growing up, I was always smiling and wanting to be with my family. The three things my family instilled in me was to love God more than anything, never have my family playing the bench, and always go after what God's calling me to do.
Now every time I go for the mailbox, gotta hold myself down.
I love my family. My mom never fails to make me laugh, and to her there is no such thing as a stranger. Her love for people will always inspire me. My sisters and I were always together. We were inseparable. From always being in that stupid pink stroller when we would play house, to riding bikes out in the yard, opening funky Christmas presents, to celebrating our birthdays together, I wanted to be just like them.
Oh, Mama, dear, we're not the fortunate ones, and girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
My dad has always been my backbone. He taught me a lot throughout the years, especially being my coach for 10 years. He's taught me to get up after I fall, with my scraped knees and all. There's no crying in softball, and if you ain't bleeding, you ain't hurt. But the most important thing he's ever taught me is that he'll always be there to coach me through my tough at-bats.
They don't lie to you. Hanging on to that steering wheel was the man who hung the moon. Used to wrap my hands around his little finger. Turns out he was wrapped around mine.
He may not be my coach anymore, but he'll always be my biggest fan, and that means so much.
Big world, but I'm always gonna be Daddy's little girl.
Freshman and sophomore year is blurry, but I do remember tearing my meniscus my freshman year and breaking my foot my sophomore year, causing me not to be able to try out for Perry's team 2 years in a row. Then my senior year came around, and with my fingers crossed, I tried out for Perry's team and made it.
It's like every other morning before. Now I wonder what my life is gonna mean if it's gone.
We've had a great season.
Moving like a half a mile an hour, and I started staring at the passengers and waving goodbye. Can you tell me what was ever really special about all this time? But I believe the world is burning to the ground. Well, I guess we're gonna.
And while I was absent from the baseball diamond for 3 years, I found something I'd never regret getting into, Perry's sports medicine program. Throughout high school, I've made so many memories with friends I now consider family.
See how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come. I think it turned 10 o'clock, but I don't really know. And I can't remember caring for an hour or so. Started crying and I couldn't stop myself. I started running, but there's nowhere to run to. I sat down on the street, took a look at myself. Said, where you going, man? You know the world is headed for hell. Say your goodbyes if you got someone you can say goodbye to. I believe the world is burning.
I've been blessed with my 2 pride and joys, my pup Dolan and my first car Ruby.
Let's see how far we've come. I believe it all.
I went to my senior prom with my teammates,
Yes, we're gonna pretend. Let's see how.
and even, unfortunately, got my wisdom teeth taken out. And all while being encouraged and supported by my family. I quit softball altogether my junior year out of frustration and stubbornness, but the summer before senior year, I worked hard to get back into it, making USSSA's 3-time championship team, AZ Force Durant.
To it all.
While playing on Force in a tournament in Las Vegas, a scout from Northwest Technical College in Goodland, Kansas saw me play and recruited me months later. I accepted their offer to play on their Division I softball team while taking their medical assisting program. I will be heading there in August.
So what I'm trying to say.
I couldn't have reached my goal without God, my parents, all my coaches, and everyone else who has supported me this far. So to all of these people, thank you.
Celebrate, find your life. It don't matter who you are, where you're going, you're the we all know. Yeah, we all know. Gotta grow. Hearts gonna break, you're gonna break hearts, just learn.
I can't wait to get started on the next chapter in my life. So it's finally time to walk across that stage and graduate.
Good and grown, Lord knows I still ain't got it figured out yet. Maybe 30 more years I'll know the answer to it all.